What's up, ladies? What's up? I want to cover like a couple of things. And I have time, and there's a couple of topics that I wanted to cover because I realized I've been doing lives for the Millionaire Matrix, so they always know what's going on with Casey, and like that's where I was, giving my time. And we just finished that up, and that is done. I'll still put videos in there for a few of the millionaire, when things come up over the Millionaire Matrix and things like that. But anyway, so what I wanted to cover today was, yesterday I was talking to Demicey, and people were asking me about me moving, and we're talking about Florida's weather versus California and all this stuff, and it hit me. And I know a lot of you right now and during Halloween and the seasonal changes and stuff like that, especially those of you that flipped the fuck out with me in September. You know who else was here on the dark nights of September coming into October, that fall equinox, okay? And those of you that are new or like don't vibe with this stuff, like you don't have to watch this. Remember, anything I ever say in this program, take the meat, leave the bones. Like if there's something that I say that doesn't resonate with you or doesn't sit well, just don't take it, right? Just skip over it and only do the things that feel good to you. So September came in, and I can't remember if I shared this with Amar or Millionaire Matrix. I don't know, but September was the equinox, right? It's change of the season. So as a deep, deep feeler woman who's connected with nature, which all of you are, because, we all come from nature, right? We are nature. We are nature-based. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're all aliens. We could totally be. But either way, we're deeply connected to this earth. This earth is our home. It takes care of us. And yes, it does, right? The fall comes in, things start to die. Leaves start to die, the seasons change. And a lot of us feel it. And there's just grief, there's sadness, there's all kind of stuff. And Demicey was telling me, she felt some stuff. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's real. Grief, sadness, all these things. And what's cool is we can use that as a portal to heal more of ourselves. Not that we need to heal all the time, but, use that sadness. You don't have to make it mean anything. Trauma is going to make it mean something, like that time when something sad happened to us, right? If the shoe fits. But a lot of you, I think, now that you've been in and you're understanding, like, hey, I am a woman. I am deeply feeling things. Understanding and recognizing and acknowledging that you feel seasonal changes. Look at what happens in the wintertime and people get seasonal depression, right? Yes, it's like from the sun and everything, but also because we know that there's not as much light. I remember being in California, and I was by myself, so I could fully just be with myself, right? Because, when you got small kids, you got to take care of them. And then by the time you take care of them, you're kind of tired and you kind of go to bed and you're on your little schedule. When I was by myself in Cali, I could just, if anything came up, I only had to worry about myself. So if anything came up, I could sit with it. And I remember it was like dusk, sun going down. And I don't know why I'm yelling. I feel like y'all can't hear me in this car, but hopefully I'm not yelling in your ear. I remember getting sad. I just remember feeling sad. I didn't judge myself. I was just like, huh. And I just let myself cry, but it wasn't like boohoo, like ugly cry. And I remember kind of asking what it was. Guess what it was? Guess what the fuck it was? It was from the day being over. The day being over, and let's talk about this arm here, how out of shape it looks. Even when I do like this, we are getting back in shape. Yes, we are. I didn't lift all year. This is the first time I've picked up a barbell, and I did it like twice at the gym in California. Anyway, beside the point. I just got sad. The day was over, and I remember Grady, he got sad one night and said, "Mommy, I'm sad. The day's over." I'm like, oh my God, it's a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. That, the lights are going out. The sun's going down. We're grieving the sun. I know it sounds weird and it sounds so sensitive, but y'all, realizing I am that sensitive. That's why I said yesterday, I'm in my soft girl era. I am letting her, I've always been this way and I just didn't know it. So, sometimes if you can't explain feeling sad in the evenings, maybe yes, you're tired, but also the sun's going down. That's kind of fucking sad if you love the sun and you love the daytime and you just, it's over, right? You gotta sit with that. So that was interesting. Next was, I'm in Sarasota right now, Sarasota, Florida. And I walked outside the other morning and I was going on the beach for a walk, and I just was like, man, you know what? I love this. I get to go wear my bikini and go out on the beach. That's so nice, because I feel like I didn't get a summer because I was traveling so much and going, that's when I was going back and forth to Cali, doing a lot of one-on-ones, doing a lot of plant medicine retreats. I was just really busy. And
I feel like I didn't get to have a lot of summer. And I just remember walking out and like, I feel so thankful that the summer's here. We're going to call this weather trauma. I swear. I think we're onto something. So I grew up in Georgia. And somebody else that said they grew up in, it wasn't Georgia. It was like Illinois. I can't remember. But Georgia was very bipolar. Like, if you got sunshine, if it was a nice day, like 75, or just it felt good and it was beautiful, there was this inner uneasiness, anxiety, because it was like, you're not going to get it tomorrow. It's either going to rain, it's going to come, the cold front's going to come in, it's going to be cloudy. Like, the weather was very just different in Georgia. We always had thunderstorms, tornadoes, bad weather. Then hard seasons, the wintertime would get fucking cold. I mean, I know you people in like Canada and Montana, y'all got me beat on that, but for me it was cold. Like, it would get cold, like freezing temps, pipes would break, like roads would freeze, like it would get really fucking cold in the wintertime. And it wasn't very pretty, and if it was pretty, it was so fucking cold, you didn't want to go outside. And then the fall came, and it was same thing. It was like, it's either really fucking hot, and then it's going to be gone. It just wasn't really good weather. And if it was, it's there and gone. And so when I'm here in Florida, I'm like, damn, it is. Like, you can tell if you're a Floridian, like when it's getting fall and winter, like it is a little cooler, like when lizards fall off the trees and shit. And the locals wear sweatshirts, but it's really hot. But it's more, it's consistent, it's like 85, and the weather feels good most of the time. I realized, like, wow, it feels more stable to me. And I like that. I like being warm. I realize I don't like being cold. I don't like quick weather changes. Like if something, like Georgia, I don't like that shit. So going to California really fucking triggered me, because I was thinking it was going to be like Florida. I'm sitting there thinking it's sunny California. Oh my God. It was like fucking Seattle, some gloomy ass shit. Sun maybe come out at like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then it was cold. Like, to me, it was cold because I'm South Florida and like humid and terrarium style living, lizard. And it was just, if you're in the shade, you would need like a long sleeve shirt on. I wore my North Face everywhere. It was just cold. The water was freezing. Like, it was just, oh man. And it was a time I was processing a lot of trauma as well. It was just cold. And, I just realized then, I'm like, okay, so we're going to start coming here in the summertime because we get hot in Florida. We just want to go somewhere cool. I don't want to do Montana because that's a little too fucking cold. So now I know California will be the perfect place to go, Southern Cal, because to me, it's cold because there's no humidity and the temperatures get the way they get. But think about where you grew up and just feeling like you don't have enough, summer's over. You didn't get to do all you want to do. Now you got to wait a whole year. Grieve that. When the sun goes down and when seasons change, like, give yourself space to really feel all that. When these full moons come in, like we had 2 days ago, like, really just let all that go. And don't judge yourself, because if you're a deep, deep feeler and you are a softie, we're going to feel that. So I just thought I would share so that you don't feel like you're fucked up. Okay, so not enough time for summer. And then somebody said the other day about my energy feeling surrendered. It was Demaisi, yes. And somebody else said it was calm, surrendered and calm. And I will say that this year, Amar, I would say it's all in Amar. I share everything. It explains it because I started doing so much divine feminine work. It's not that the course made me soft. I was going through a big transition. And instead of reaching outward and like going even more spiritual, I just went inward, like focused on me and learned more about myself. And so I just got to know a part of me that I killed. I told y'all that a long time ago, how I killed the femininity in me a long time ago when I was growing up, because my dad wanted a boy. I was a tomboy. I had to be a tomboy to, just because that's how it was. So I just didn't, my femininity went away a long time ago when I was a baby. And so this was me just coming back into that feminine. So a lot of people say, oh, you seem softer. Well, that's what it is. Amar really was there for me when I was going through the thing, and it explained what I was going through. And it's such a powerful course.
This is it. I've got a free training, CaseyShip.com/register. Be sure to grab that and then join my free Facebook group and just reach out. Struggle is not required, so hit me up, CaseyShip.com/register. Talk to you soon.